And we're back, guys. Now, check this out. By the way, I want to thank Draw Your Rock. Get the app for your iPhone or iOS or Android. And I also want to thank Ariel Carmeli and Carmeli Q's. Stacy, you're in for a treat. I'm in for a treat. We're all in for a treat. This is going to be good. The Las Vegas local, Donny BRANSON, playing Billy Thorpe, U.S. Moscone team member. Coming from the one-loss side, though.
Yeah.
And this is it. The loser of this match goes home. And Billy was considered one of the favorites in this tournament.
And he got knocked to the loser side by none other than Christina Gonzalez, 6-1.
Yes.
With a bunch of 9-ball combos, from what I was told.
That's right, and she's still in this too. She's playing Paul Juarez right now, and
1-1.
It's 1-1 between her and Paul Juarez. We'll keep you updated.
Update on Josh and Lance. Josh Smith versus Lance Salazar is 2-2.
Yep.
And Frank Moreno, Tim Kovacs. Tim Kovacs has been on the hill since 5-1.
Yeah.
Frank Moreno's making a comeback. It is now 5-4 in that match.
I know. That's a sweater's delight right there. I tell you.
And it's going to be Tim's break. He's got a chance to do something.
Yeah, and
Donny
BRANSON
got
a nice break. He's got a shot on the 1. See what he does with it.
Well, he made a bunch of balls, so he's got a shot on the 3. But
sorry, shot on the 3. Yeah. Well, no, he made the 1 after the break. He's perfect on the 4.
He hit that nice.
Yeah, you just gotta be careful with this shot because he wants to stun run a little bit.
Yeah.
Stun run because you don't want to be jacked up on the 9 shooting this 6-down table.
You also don't want to be behind the 8.
Yeah, he doesn't even need to stun. He can just roll forward. But
it's one of my favorite shots on these tables.
And
I love that you can do it on diamonds because you can't really do it on valleys.
He's drawing, I think. Yep. He opted to play for the other pocket.
See, I don't know if I like that, but he plays amazing, so he can adjust to things like that. At my level, I need better shape than that to get out.
He's going to play into the side.
Yeah,
wow.
He hit it beautifully.
Yeah. I always get the way he slip stroked that ball.
Yeah.
I always get afraid when I play a shot like that. I always get afraid of the miscue.
Yeah.
Those soft, slippy stroke shots.
You don't get the right English, and it just comes straight back down the row and leaves you to bank on the 7, or
it's like a kill draw shot. Very difficult to execute consistently for a banger like me.
Decided to roll forward for the 8.
Yeah.
Looks like he's going to draw first blood, and Josh has taken the lead in the match over Lance. Josh is up 3-2 now.
Yep.
And Frank Moreno has an open table to make this match hill-hill, so we'll see what happens over there.
Isn't that amazing? And then here you go.
And if Christina makes
Christina
this 9-ball, she'll be up 2-1.
She's turning heads in this event.
She just has no fear, and she's never had any fear, and she takes a lot of time. She's got a table at her house.
Yeah, maybe you can refresh my memory because she beat a monster a couple years ago, and everybody was really shocked by it. And I want to say it was Shane, but I don't know.
I don't think it was Shane. I don't remember who it was, but I know it wasn't. I don't even know if she's played. I know I've played Shane, but I don't remember who it was.
Donny B's got his first game against Billy Thorpe.
Billy doesn't like the rack?
Nope, he doesn't.
I've heard there's been a lot of conversation about the racks this weekend.
Yeah, I know. I talked to Jim Blakeman early this morning when he showed up for work. He was talking about how difficult the balls are to rack here this year. I don't know why. I don't know whether it's the way the Magic rack was produced this year or whether or not. But the bottom 2 balls aren't freezing together. Not the bottom 2. The balls that are right underneath the 1 are not freezing together, leaving a gap between the 2 balls underneath the 1.
And in a race this short, every break counts.
I got to give props to Geraldine. She's reminding me to make sure the scoreboard's on the screen. If
Good
you,
job, Geraldine.
if you only knew the.
What would he do without you?
One of my monitors is broken, so I'm having some issues with production management here, direction of the broadcast. So thank you, Geraldine. She's always watching out for me. Everybody needs a Geraldine.
I actually have an extra monitor at home that you may be able to
utilize.
Yeah. I'll send you a picture of it. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Maybe even bigger. I'll send you a picture of it tonight once I get home, and you can see if you want to.
Something's wrong with this
see
monitor.
if it'll work.
I wanted to reboot to see if the monitor would start up there, but.
Then we'd lose the stream for a minute.
Then I didn't want to lose the broadcast.
Yep.
So. Yeah, no input signal still. Yeah. Jumping.
Yeah.
Billy makes the ball. The cue ball is rolling, and it doesn't want to stop.
Yeah.
That is going to be ball in hand, and this is the prime opportunity for Donny here to punish, make a statement.
Absolutely.
Representing Las Vegas, Donny Branson's been living here quite some time, and he's had a hand in promoting pool, getting into big action matches, and
absolutely, yeah.
Playing a lot of different tournaments, getting involved in functions in the pool world, and he plays with a lot of heart,
He created his own tournament too, the Branson.
Oh yeah, did he?
Yeah, it's like a play at your own pace. You set up matches against people, and the brackets online for everybody to see, and then it's not all played in one day. It's played over like a month or two.
Oh, okay. Kind of like book appointments.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool. It's kind of like how, straight pool leagues are sometimes conducted.
Yeah. Yeah, he ran a couple back east from out here, so.
Oh, I see. Yeah, he's from Chicago, right?
Yes.
Originally.
Yep.
So.
And Tim Kovacs won that match.
Wow. By the hair of his chinny chin.
Another score by a B player that, isn't supposed to be here.
He was giving Frank a lot of chances to come back into that match.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's one of those things, especially as a lower level player, it's not taking your foot off of the gas when you're up. Not taking it for granted because the score can change so quickly.
Keep the momentum going.
You break, you scratch, they run out, they break, they run out. The scores can change. The tables were actually just redone last weekend. They redo them every year before the 3 events that happen. So last weekend they played on brand new cloth. There's only been one tournament played on these tables since last weekend. So they're redone every year the first weekend in March to make sure that all 3 of the tournaments have good equipment to play on.
Yes. And it's now 2-0. Donny took that ball in hand.
Yep.
And he ran with it.
You got to expect when you're playing a player of that caliber, if you scratch with 6 to 7 balls on the table, you're probably not going to get back.
Well, when you're on the receiving end of that, it's important not to think of that either.
Yeah. We're going to have Joe Ozin versus Trick 60, another couple of Las Vegas locals. And Josh Smith just had the opportunity to go 4-2 and scratched on a miss on the 8 ball. So Lance now has 2 balls to tie the score up 3-3.
Lance Salazar taking ball in hand with a chance to tie up the match. It's 3-2. Lance trails by 1 game.
And Paul Juarez played a length of the table safety on Christina. She's up 2-1.
Look at this. Billy gets on the board.
Did he snap that in on the break? I didn't even see it. I thought...
Yeah, I didn't see it. Actually, I was looking over at Lance.
It went by so fast.
Yeah. Brian Elwell. Oh, my goodness. Shout out to everybody, by the way, in the chat room. But Brian Elwell, my good friend from San Gabriel Valley. He runs the Friday night tournaments at Q Time in La Puente, West Covina area, and he used to be the GM over at the Golden Q in South El Monte before it closed a few years ago. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you tell all the boys what we got going on this weekend.
It's amazing, even though it's all over the country, how small the pool community is.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's great.
With as long as you've been doing it, you know people from everywhere.
It's interesting. But, you know, I'm terrible. I forget people's. I like, where did I meet you? I can't remember where I met you because, you know, if I'd have seen them at the same place that I met them, I might remember, you know, but I meet people out of context all the time.
Oh, Cody said
Billy rode the 9.
Billy carried the 9 in, yeah.
Cody Davido, he's in the chat room too. You should say hi to Cody too, Brian. Remember him over at the Golden Q? Yeah, I hope you're well, Brian. I know that Brian's probably working full time. Did you see this cue ball, the way it rolled?
Yeah.
Oh, that's not rolling good. I mean, maybe I'm seeing things, Stacy.
It didn't look like it went where he thought it was going to. Yeah. And that's always, you know, these players are pretty accurate with their position.
Yeah.
So a lot of times you can tell by their reaction whether the table is rolling the way it should.
Billy Thorpe, the torpedo, he looks like he's getting ready to tie things up here. 2-2 if he wins this game.
And Paul just missed a shot on the 6 ball to bring Christina back to the table. And if she runs these 4 balls, she'll be up 3-1.
She's got a tough shot, though, here.
Yeah. Yep, absolutely. And she missed, and Paul should be out from there.
Stranger things have happened. I don't know, though. This cue ball. Oh, okay. He's not shooting the angle I thought.
And really quickly, Billy has tied it up 2-2.
Yeah, tied it up.
Donnie's break. He has a chance to do something here.
It's a tie. And we want to say hi to all you guys out there. Jose Garcia, Jenny M., Bobby Ballard, M. Fox, Brent Becker, Croc Dunn, BA Gen 2, Loretta Johnson, Snooka, the big table stroke, Rubster 760. Would that be 760 Simonis? Mike C. Jeff Gray, Ghost Town Goblin. Wow. Deborah Aaron's Cardiac Kid. Oh my God. Familiar names. Haven't seen you guys in a long time.
Right?
Cool.
And Paul has left himself almost froze to the 8 ball. So that game over there is not over yet.
Yeah, I know. I mean, he had a golden opportunity, and you can't look a gift horse in the mouth against anybody in this event.
And he did not get a safety out of it and left Christina a makeable 8 ball. And I believe we have our first game over against Joe and Trick. I'll let you know as soon as I figure out who won it. I got to believe it's Trick because Joe hasn't marked the game up yet and Trick's racking, so we'll see. And Christina missed that 8 ball. Wow.
Strange.
Very surprising.
Maybe it's the first break.
They've been over there for a while. I just assumed they'd started already.
Yeah, maybe it's the first break. Billy's inspecting the rack again.
Yeah.
Donnie's up 3-2.
It was a quick break and run. That's a magic rack.
Jenny asks, what kind of rack is that? Looks like an arrow. That is a template rack because we're playing the game of 9-ball. And 9-ball, in fact, the magic rack is it's been around for what? Good 10 years now?
It's been a long
9
time.
years, something like that.
And Billy breaks, and it looks like the 6 got in the way of him making the 2-ball. After making 3 balls in the break, if he can see the 2, I don't think it goes.
I agree. I don't think it goes either.
And just to remind people at home, what you see is exactly what we see from where we're sitting. We can't actually see the table. So
Pretty much.
if you're not sure,
much.
we're not sure. Score against Paul and Christina now 2-2. Lance Salazar has taken the lead against Josh Smith 4-3. And Trick and Joe are just now getting started with their first game.
It's tough. What do you do here, you know? Like, I think he's just going to roll into the
He may be able to make it.
2. I think he's rolling in.
Yeah.
Oh, he did make it. Yeah, but
I mean, he
no
hooked
reward.
himself, but I think we'll see the jump cue here.
Yeah, but why?
This doesn't look like a fun kick.
No, or a fun jump either.
No.
Why would you use the jump cue? I would kick this 2 rails. Hey, are you out? You leaving?
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool, man.
Still kicking.
Cool. Frank Moreno has still got a big smile on his face.
I thought he was farther behind the 6. I didn't think he could get to it that way.
You know this guy? Is this guy bothering you at all?
Always. Ryan DeBerg is in the house.
You all right? You out? Okay. Yeah, okay. I'll let you know. All right.
You never know. It
There's
could
some
happen.
action
I mean,
right there.
I got cues in my car.
Still talking about pool, right? Okay. You
Have a
too,
good
Ryan.
night.
Donnie, the what is it? Jimmy calls him the snitch. Donnie Brasco.
Oh, Jesus, yeah. Yeah.
Want to say hi to you, Jenny. I know that you got Keith McCready's your soulmate, life partner. I don't know what it is. Are you married? I don't know, but wanted to just pay respects. I've always wanted to meet Keith McCready.
Yeah? Never have?
You know, I grew up playing in California, but I just
I got to
those
watch,
ships never cross paths.
I got to watch him play live at the IPT.
Oh,
when the IPT was here.
Gosh, that was early 2000s, and look at this.
Yep.
Wow,
Donnie made a great breakout on that 8.
He did.
And it wasn't an easy shot on the 8 that he left himself with.
No,
and he
you're right.
fired it in the hole and left himself a good shot. So good on Billy for respecting the fact that he wasn't going to miss that 9-ball.
He's coming to the table, definitely coming with it.
Yeah. And that was Billy's breaks, and now Donnie's going to get a chance to
Donnie's putting
up.
a Branson on him.
Yeah. If he breaks and runs again, he'll be on the hill. He broke him around his last time at the table.
Sounds like you got a stake in this match.
Oh, no.
Oh,
I just
okay.
love watching good pool.
All right. Same here.
I like
Look
Donnie.
at this nice break.
I've heard good things about Billy. I know he, sometimes when playing somebody, even myself, if I play somebody that makes a bunch of 9-ball combos, it's kind of hard not to be salty about it. And everything I heard, that he was very polite and very much a gentleman. So I respect that about him, especially because he was playing one of my good friends. So it's always nice when people are not sore losers. It says a lot about somebody's character.
Well, Billy's seasoned now, and he's seen those, he's seen those matches before.
Oh, I know a lot.
We all have.
I know a lot of seasoned players that live here that could take a lesson from him in sportsmanship.
I'm being nice. I'm just defending all pool players in general. But you're right.
Yeah.
Actually, it's it's harder to be courteous.
Yeah, I have more
it is
respect
harder
for
to be
people that
courteous.
don't lose their temper at the table. Because that's harder. Staying composed is harder than
Yeah, not falling apart.
Yeah.
And, you know, actually, as a player, it's important to do that. It's important to realize what your mistakes are and what the other player's strengths are, because if you miss all of that, you won't improve as a player.
Yeah.
You won't improve.
You also won't win as many matches.
If you ignore the realities of why you lost a match and you blame it on things like the lights or the rails or
everything else that doesn't really matter.
The cleanliness of the balls, whatever it is. You know, look at that beautiful shot by Billy. He's a little jacked up over the 8 ball, but
5's hanging in the hole.
Yeah, he might play this rail first, I think. But that's even harder because he has to reach.
Then you're in the center of the table trying to shoot.
What do you do here? I mean, you just roll this in and then you kick.
You try to cheat the
5
angle.
in?
You try to cheat the 3 in so that you have an angle to roll forward and back out for the 5, hopefully.
I don't know. I think I might. I think I might just kick the
so
5 in after this.
For me, that's easy because I'm left-handed. If being right-handed, it's.
He's trying to do stuff here.
Oh,
he
wow.
did stuff.
And it worked out.
He just did some stuff.
He drew the crap out of that ball for being as froze as he was.
I've got that match between what is it, Efren and oh my God, I've blanked on his name. Famous match that happened at Hard Times. Efren versus the black guy that died. Anyways, Keith walks up to both of them afterwards and says, "I'll play it for it all."
That sounds like Keith.
Yeah, that was Keith. Who was he playing? The guy that died. He was found dead in the parking lot of Hard Times.
Huh.
It was like
wow.
It was like 9 years ago now.
I don't know if I ever remember hearing that story.
Cecil.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Cecil.
I've heard his name. I don't think I've ever actually met him.
Yeah.
But I've heard the name. Again, in such a small world, you hear.
Donnie's going to look at him. Maybe he's going to say, "It's like a nightmare, isn't it?" He's going to look at Billy after this match. I don't know. We'll see. But it is 4-2.
4-3. Yeah, 4-3 Donnie. And Trick won the first game against Joe. That score is 1-0.
Billy played a great shot on that 3 ball to recover position, have to say.
Paul's now at 4-2 over Christina, and Lance is now on the hill against Josh Smith, 5-3.
Yes. Cecil, he did break his hand. He broke his hand one year, and he started playing left-handed, and after a couple years, he played better left-handed than he ever played right-handed.
That's amazing.
I've
tried to play right-handed, and it's comical. I mean, it looks like I'm faking it. Like, it looks like I'm faking playing worse, but it's really, that's as good as it gets.
Right.
And I saw an article come out recently from Fargo Rate about John Mora, and they put up his stats over the last 10 years or so and asked people to figure out when he switched from playing right-handed
right to left,
or from left-handed to right-handed,
okay,
or vice versa.
Nobody could figure it out.
And you couldn't. I mean, it was such a small difference,
window.
And that's not a testament to Fargo. That's just a testament to his skill and how well he was able to transition. That's just not in the cards for me, but I definitely appreciate when people are able to do that.
Smitty's down 5-3 against Lance Salazar.
Oh, is that his nickname? Is Smitty?
Yeah,
okay.
Josh Smith from Idaho, from Boise.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever met him.
Nice guy. I met him a couple years ago here.
They're getting Jim Blakeman to get a ball off of the table.
Donnie now. What's he looking at here? What's happening? Hey, Calvin. Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you.
Me and Bob want to take you and her to dinner.
Oh, really? Okay.
Damn right.
Geraldine's watching right now, too. You want to say something to her? Come on now. Want to check in with Calvin, longtime customer of Hard Times, old BFF with James Botch. We all know who Calvin is. Hold on a second here. Hey, Calvin, what were you saying?
I said.
Now we got you on the record.
I said I'd like to take you and your fiance.
Geraldine.
Yeah, I'm all mixed up. See, I want to take you guys out to dinner for you guys being so nice to me in Arizona.
In Arizona? Oh, that's right. When we gave you
Yeah,
we gave you and Bob a lift, or
gave
just you?
Bob a lift
yeah.
to that hotel.
I
man.
remember. I remember.
We needed that night.
Oh, I
And
know.
you guys didn't flinch or nothing. I mean,
Of
you
course
just
not,
did it
man.
back.
Oh, you guys are family.
I love both of you guys. You know that.
Calvin, thank
You
you.
guys got that.
Thank you.
Whenever you're ready.
Him and Combo Bob. That should be fun.
He's sitting over there. Sitting over there.
Oh, I saw him earlier. Combo Bob. Gotta love Combo Bob. He's a personality, that's for sure. So is Calvin.
Quite a
actually.
nickname.
Yeah. Calvin is. He goes way back. Was a treacherous player in his day.
Yeah.
Yeah, and and he got more interested in the side betting. And my good friend James Botch, who rest in peace, he had a great story about Calvin from years back. And James Botch got kind of like trapped in a match with Mike Davis. You know Mike Davis?
Yeah.
Yeah. And Calvin said, "Yeah, I'll side bet against you." Usual $100 bet. And James didn't know it was Mike Davis. James didn't even know he was playing a pro, you
Yeah.
know. And and James drilled him. I don't think drilled him. I think he beat him like 11-8 or something.
Yeah.
And James said, "Somebody get Calvin before he hits the door. Make sure he gets my money."
And Crocdown in the chat said John Moore's left eye dominant, so it was an easy transition.
That you think that's a big factor? Okay, all right.
Honestly, I don't care what eye I can see better out of. I've attempted it, and my right hand doesn't want to do the same thing that my left hand does when I hold the cue.
Yeah, I know that.
I can't replicate the movement from one side to the other. So even if I could see where I wanted to shoot, I can't make my arm do what it needs to do to get the ball to go there. So
It is hard, but we got another guy at Hard Times, Hawaiian Jimmy. He's been playing left-handed now for quite some time.
Yeah.
And the reason he did that is because nobody would play him right-handed.
Yep.
And so he said, "Well, I'll play you left-handed." He just was one, something he just said one day.
Yep.
And then he just kind of got himself stuck playing left-handed matches
Because nobody wanted to play
and
him right-handed.
He's gotten real good. He's gotten real good now playing left-handed.
You know who else plays good ambidextrous is Rebecca Wagner.
Oh, really?
Yeah. You literally don't even notice when she switches from left to right because it looks the same.
Wow.
Yeah. Looks like this will be an interesting game. The score is now 4-4 with Billy and Donnie, so tied up 4-4. And on the other tables, Trick is up 2-0. Paul is up 5-2. Lance is still up 5-3 with 3 balls left on the table.
Yeah, this is wow.
Oh, wow.
I was gonna say
I didn't even
this
think you could
could be
see
a
all that
turning
ball.
point. Definitely a turning point in this match for
Oh
Billy.
my goodness! I think he left it right in the window too.
I think he did, but this is
Wow.
not your typical layout here. All
No.
the balls are up table.
Yeah,
Close quarters,
absolutely.
tight maneuvering here. So
And the 2 ball doesn't have that. The 2 ball's got 2 pockets. It's got the side pocket in the upper right-hand corner, and that's it.
pretty much, yeah.
And to get
Or
the
if
cue
you're
ball
Billy,
somewhere
you
in
might
there-
have a bank or two here and there.
Yeah.
But he is a banks champion. Whoa! What's going on, folks? Things are better now. Sorry about that.
Maybe he's going to play the 2-6 combo or 2-7 combo. 7. That's the 7.
Yeah, the 7.
And he doesn't even look like he has a whole pocket going past the 8 ball, but he's definitely going for it. Hit it perfectly. That was a beautiful shot.
It was.
That was a nice way to work through that cluster because now everything goes.
Right, and with shape.
Yeah.
With shape on the 2. Shout out again to Ben Sutherland. We'll see you tomorrow here. Maybe we'll even see you tonight. I don't know.
And Lance was at the table.
Yeah, the camera got something in its eye.
And it didn't get there. And Josh is now back at the table with the 7, 8, 9 left. Trick has extended his lead 3-0 over Joe.
The camera got the yips. Man, you guys are so creative. Michael R., Jeff Kirsting. You guys should, be my writers.
Happy St. Patrick's Day. I know last year I think I was decked out in St. Patrick's Day garb.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. I did not go to the parade today.
Oh, that's right.
So
Didn't you have a
was
hat, like a St. Patty's Day hat on and all that? Like,
yeah, I had like
well, you really
St.
had the
Patty's
spirit.
Day hat ears, and it was a lot. I had a tie,
Oh,
and
my
some
goodness.
pins, and yeah. But I was at the parade. I did not go to the parade today. I sat at home cleaning out boxes, getting ready to move.
There's a
So,
parade here for St. Patty's Day?
Yeah,
Oh,
every
wow.
year.
Wow.
Parade for St. Patty's Day, parade for MLK, parade for Pride.
Is there a March Madness parade, too?
I wouldn't surprise me. I'm sure there is.
Well, Lance Salazar now is he's trailing. He's up 5-4. So Smitty is making a little bit of a comeback.
Yep.
Paul Juarez is up 5-2 on Christina Gonzalez,
With
who
4 balls left.
was looking very comfortable in the beginning of this match, but now
Yeah.
she's struggling here to keep up with the man.
She missed an 8. She's missed a couple of safeties.
How's Joey doing?
He's down 3-0.
Down 3-0 against
Yeah.
Trick 60.
Yeah,
Trick
and
60 is one of those guys, man. He sneaks into a tournament, you could be in trouble.
well, and he's been playing this for years, and he's actually before they put in the alternate break rule, he's one of the only people to actually break and run a set, where he broke and ran all 6 racks. His opponent sat down. That was when they were still using the Sardo rack, so
In
neither
what?
player
In
racked.
the Mercer?
In the Mercer, yeah.
No. Didn't Max Eberly run a 6-pack
This
against
was
King
before
Kong?
that. That's why I
Okay.
said he's one of the only people that
before.
has.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
But actually, in that
but
match
yeah.
with Max,
Yeah.
Max pushed out in the second rack.
Yeah,
And,
so-
and King Kong gave it to him.
Yeah.
So he said keep shooting.
Yep.
So that's technically
Not
a full
break and-
6-pack.
Yeah.
It's a 6-pack, but it's not. It's a technical.
Yes. Yeah. One of those was
Debate.
not a break and run.
Yeah.
And Paul won that match against Christina, 6-2. Christina will finish 17-24.
Jeff Sanders says, "Night, everybody. Thank you again, POVPOOL, for the live stream. Too late for us on the East Coast. Are you kidding? Come on, you're a pool player. You should be up till 5 a.m. playing pool. I remember when I lived back east. Woof. I lived in Boston. I played a ton of pool. Don't think I slept much at all in my 20s. But thank you for watching, and I want to thank, please do me a favor, visit our sponsors in the description of this video. You'll find the links to all of our sponsors and all of the brackets for this event, and please thank our sponsors, buy their stuff, support them. If nothing else, send them an email for us, a message saying thank you for supporting pool, because that's what's happening. Is these events would not be made possible
Absolutely.
without help from our sponsors, and for you guys for
Make it so
supporting our sponsors.
You can watch it for free. I know that's what I was doing all day. As I was working in my garage, I had the match on, keeping track of everything that was going on. Always appreciate it.
Stand by, guys. I got a little camera issue here. I'm trying to fix that right now. Which is it? Which cable is it that's shorting out, folks?
It looks like it's back up now.
I'm just gonna go. No, it's not. It's I've got this split screen issue that happens once in a while. Send me a donation. I can upgrade my gear. But also buy our sponsor stuff. Do that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna just cut to this angle until that angle decides to fix itself.
And the next match on this table, we're going to have Daniel Joe Baker versus Butch Barba. Daniel lives here. Butch is from what, Pasadena? Is that what that says?
Does it say Pasadena?
Or Gardena?
Yeah, it'd be Gardena.
I
Yeah.
see the E and A, yeah. Gardena, California.
Yeah. Butch Barba he's a monster. He's a monster.
And a really nice guy. Comes
Yes,
here every
he
year.
is.
He's one of these annual. He supports every year. He comes down here. Love seeing all the California people, even though I know all of them from living in Vegas. I'm from California, but all the pool players I know from California I met here.
Oh, yeah?
I didn't really play pool until I moved here, so.
Well, thank you for that.
It's a good picture.
Jenny sends us a photo via, I guess through Jenny. Geraldine sent it to me, though. A photo of Jimmy Mattia and Keith McCready. I'm not sure what the backstory is on this photo, but it looks fairly recent. Maybe as far back as maybe 5 to 6 years ago, I want to say.
Billy played a great safety. Donnie will give up ball in hand, and Billy is on the hill. So this could be the end of Donny BRANSON right here.
Yowza.
And I believe that would also be a 17th through 24th finish.
It'd be kind of like dodging a bullet for Billy Thorpe here, who was down 3-0 originally in this match. So great comeback.
2-0,
2-0,
2-2,
yeah, and then
3-3,
2-2.
and then
4-3, if I'm not mistaken.
it's gone kind of back and forth.
Sure has. And he's got it wide open, except this is the shot right here.
Yeah, to get back down for the 4-ball.
He's all right. He's playing
Hit
the
it
right
nice,
angles.
left himself off of the rail. He can do whatever he wants for the 5-ball.
Yeah.
And Josh Smitty has now tied it up with Lance. They're now hill, and it'll be Lance's break. Joe has stopped the bleeding against Trick. He's now down 3-1.
Oh, it's Keith and Jimmy at the IPT in Vegas. This is the event that you saw.
Okay. Yep.
Keith McCready playing.
Yep.
Did you know Jimmy Mattia was also in that? You probably didn't even know what a Jimmy Mattia
I
was.
didn't know what a Jimmy Mattia was back then. Yeah. I
You
didn't
knew him
even,
as Pete the Painter, didn't you?
Yeah, I didn't know Jimmy until we started doing these. Well, actually, I met Jimmy from gambling with his brother.
Okay.
That's
okay.
Me and his brother John played a lot of one pocket.
Okay.
When I was playing one pocket regularly for a couple of years. We played quite a few nights of one pocket. So that's how I actually met Jimmy originally.
Well, that's going to do it. Billy Thorpe is going to he's going to be the victor in this match. I'm going to quickly show this photo for all of you Keith McCready fans and Jimmy Mattia fans out there. That's Jimmy and Keith at the 2008 IPT event in Las Vegas. I want to thank Jenny for sending this to us, and just wanted to. I also want to send our love to Keith McCready. I'm a fan of Keith McCready's. I've never had the pleasure of meeting him, but I've heard tons of stories about him. I've always known that Keith is like the lifeblood of action in Southern California and the United States and not just Southern California, in California on the West Coast.
Yep.
For years, dating back to the. I think he came around kind of late 70s, early 80s. As a kid, he was I think he was like 17, 18 when he was winning tournaments.
Well, and I know he started playing, talk about Keith, right?
Yeah.
He started playing really young, and that's how his stroke ended up the way that it was, because he used to
Sidearm.
play, on a stool, because he was too short to reach the table, because he started playing so young, and he never got rid of the side stroke.
Yeah.
And that was one thing I remember watching him play, was thinking that was a very interesting stroke. I'd only been playing pool maybe 2-3 years at the time when I went to that IPT event. So I knew nothing. I was very, very green.
Last match of the day, folks. Last match. It's going to be, it breaks my heart. to let you know we got Chad Bernard and Tim Kovacs coming up next.
Two locals.
Two locals.
Both
Two
B
locals.
players.
So after this, it's we're gonna have an open stream.
It's good
Anything goes kind of situation. I'm gonna get some dinner, and we'll see what happens.
How long have you been here today, Daniel?
I got here at 4 in the morning, 4:30.
Goodness.
So I'm on a long stretch.
Yeah.